Si pate wa dix qui ka poussé. For all the wonders you done for us.
Pleasant morning, Dominica. Good morning, Eastern Caribbean. Welcome to another Creole Heartbeat program on DBS Radio, your nation station. And that's where we connect to our culture of Dominica, sports and Dominica. And it's all about the Creole Basketball Championship, the Express Hill Creole Basketball Championship, carried for Dominica. We are here with the kind compliments of DG Cell, Dominica's premium telecommunications network. And for the next hour, we'll be having a special discussion and get you ready for the major event carried for Dominica. We are presently in the company of Dunstan Maggie Peters. And he's one of the main organizers behind the championship, the Creole Basketball Championship. And he will be having a chit chat with him. We will be also looking to hook up with one of the members of the Wadadli Elite Stingers. And once you hear Wadadli, you know that's the Antigua Massive. Also, Robbie Tetin of the GGB Basketball Club that's in Guadeloupe, the president of the Dominica Basketball Association, Donnie Robinson, and also Detroit Blazers. Also, Linzel Alcy, the vice captain of the Soufriere Kings, one of the participating teams, and Marvin John Baptist of the KBC, and he's one of the major organizers and captain of the GBC Basketball Club Championship. We have been laying the foundation. It's a wonderful, wonderful celebration of the Creole cultures. Basketball, sports tourism is one of our highlights, and that's where Creole Heartbeat has gone into the cracks and crevices of the culture and sporting activities in Dominica and bring the information as it occur live in Dominica. Just a major Creole basketball championship carried for Dominica. Some of the finest, as a matter of fact, the champions of several islands will be participating. Likewise, the champions of Dominica, first and second run-up in Dominica, will be taking part in this major championship next week. And guess what? It's on the Mecca of Creole integration. It will be at the Massac Indoor Complex. So we are urging everyone to get themselves ready to rumble at the Massac Indoor Complex. And already in studios with us, Dunstan Maggie Peters, and he's one of the main organizers, one of the guys behind this magnificent project. As we say good morning to Maggie, good morning. What's up, my friend?
Yes, good morning, Wadix.
Everything is under control?
Yeah, man, give thanks for being part of this. And I would like to tell you that when we started this Creole Basketball Championship, the whole Creole Vibes, I from the get-go, I envisioned Creole Heartbeat being part of it, a major part of it, because I mean Creole is a no-brainer, you know.
Absolutely.
And I'm so happy to be sitting on this set. I think I saw myself, I saw us in that setting. Creole Heartbeat, Creole Basketball Championship is just Creole, you know, and the Creole experience. You know I mean, we can't be DAs too much Creole for us not to bring the Creole together to make a big Creole experience.
Absolutely, and we just must big up also Jerry Williams.
Yes, sir.
An integral part of also Creole Heartbeat and also sports, I mean, in general in Dominica. He has been in so much work behind the scenes. He preferred to be behind the scenes, piloting everything and championing everything. Just on the big up Jerry Williams, wherever you are. But Maggie, I mean, as we are with the other participants, we are trying to get some of the participants via Zoom, and our technicians are getting them hooked up. As one of the key organizers in this particular championship, what are your core principles guiding your efforts to ensure that the event is successful and lasting impact on the Caribbean basketball community?
Yes, well, like I said before, the inspiration is my first real experience of basketball, you know, on a regional level is the OECS Basketball Championship in Windsor Park in 1984, there about 84, 87, you know. With those teams from Antigua, St. Kitts, you know, you have some nice. I remember the Antiguan guy, the captain of the team, used to come on the free throw line and say, "Nobody move, nobody get hurt," and he never misses free throw. His players don't even come on the line for rebound because there's no rebound, and I never forget that. And that experience of Galvin banging in the Windsor Park and things like that, checking like, yo, we need that back. We need to feel that feeling. Our youths need to get that vibes. Our players need to experience that, you know, because that was a massive experience with man like Fletcher and Didi and Bunji and all them, man. Them youths, so you telling them that and they don't understand. So they need to experience it. So we need to get that back. And so it's of that of that inspiration that this Creole Basketball Championship is born.
Absolutely, and what are some of your core principles guiding your efforts to ensure that the event, is a success and a lasting impression, and we can boast of Dominica as the mecca not only of Creole music but of Creole culture and Creole sports, and this time starting off with basketball.
Yeah, well, definitely. It's all about togetherness. We need to do it together. So we need the support first of all, in a big way. We need all hands on deck. It's not a Maggie or Jerry or Walik. So it's a Dominica product. So we need all of Dominica to come and own this product. And I like how when you speak about it, everybody will believe like it's you that started. But that's how we're supposed to own it because it belongs to us. So we like everybody to feel like this is theirs. We had, all of us have a stake in it, so we can put our efforts together to make it happen. And we really want to give thanks to the teams and the sponsors that come on so far. The Basketball Association, the ABA, express the zeal, for making that connection. Guadeloupe, Martinique, Saint Lucia, Sunrise Airways. Yes, bringing the Guadeloupe, the Antigua, making that connection. So is to make it happen, we need everybody, all hands on deck. We need support. We have some so far, but we need more. And because we want to make it the first impression be a very big and grand impression. We need to make it start with a bang and make that impression that everybody wants to be a part of it, so that it can be that thing in the region where all teams, everybody want to experience it.
22nd to the 25th of August, Maggie. It's just around the corner. I think it is next week.
Yeah,
Tell us some of the participating teams. We have a few teams from Dominica, the elite teams from Dominica. Those who have really excelled in the various competitions in Dominica. And tell us about the other participating teams.
Yeah, well, we have the top 3 teams in Dominica. We have the reigning champions, the Pishley, the Dr. Darrow PSC Falcons, who have been in from the get-go. And then we have the second place, the Detroit Blazers, second place. And in third place, we have the Paybush Eagles. That's 3 formidable teams.
And just before you even go further, with just the Dominican component alone,
yes,
saying so much for basketball. We have from the south,
yes,
and referring to Pishley.
Yes.
The whole south should come down and support for sure. Grand Bay, Bagatelle, Petita, Savane, Bellevue, Chumpin should come down in their masses and support that particular team. Then we also are from Pierrebush in the north. And the entire north from the Kalinago territory go way across to Dubla. And we're talking Marigot, we're talking Benz, Ansdime, Asolda.
Yes,
should really come down and support that team. And then we have the West Coast.
West Coast.
So the only thing we're missing is the East.
The Central.
So we're asking the East and the Central to come and support all 3. But then if we, people should come down.
Yeah, man, really come and yeah, Dominica, we need to show that it's important that the crowd, the energy that the crowd brings, it's not to be taken for granted. Playing for a massive crowd, it raises the quality and the level of the players. They feel it, they see, or they look around them, they see the place packed, and it makes you feel a different energy than you come there and you just see 100, 200 people scattered all over the place. You know what I mean? So it's important that we come to show that large numbers, of support, to make the foreign, the teams and them are coming from foreign, to say yes, when I came here, the people and them really support their product, they support the vibes, they support the sports, So we calling on all the patrons from all over, Even if you don't like basketball, there's music, there's other vibes there to keep you entertained, There's going to be DJs, there's going to be live acts, there's going to be cultural performances, stilt walkers, belly dancers, all kind of vibes, artists. So there's going to be vibes for everybody. So we're calling on everybody to come down and get that real it's going to be an experience.
Absolutely. Tell us about the other teams. We know of the 3 teams in Dominica. What are some of the other teams that will be participating in this major championship?
Yes, well, from St. Lucia, we have the St. Lucia champions, the Soufriere Kings, and they're going to be here. And also we have from Guadeloupe, we have GGB, Grand Gosier Basket. That is the second, the first runner-up. They were in the finals with the champions. The champions are supposed to come, but unfortunately, but the second place team will be representing Guadeloupe, and also from Antigua, the Waterloo Elite Stingers. Going to be representing Antigua. So it's going to be 3 foreign teams, 3 local teams. It's going to be, we're going to see some real. I don't know what to expect, But all I know is going to be...
I expect exciting basketball.
Yeah.
I expecting slam dunks.
Lightning
I
and thunder.
expecting,
Fire and
the
brimstone.
entire works. I expecting the fans to be going crazy. I expecting to see fellas dribbling and, the 3-pointers falling in. We are just joined by the president of the Dominica Basketball Association, and that's Donnie Robinson. Also, he's the boss of the Detroit Blazers. Good morning to you, Donnie. How are you?
Good morning. Good morning to you, and thanks for having us. Good morning to your listeners.
And how are you this morning, my friend?
I'm always well.
How are things progressing in terms of you being the president of the Dominica Amateur Basketball Association, and also you are, you're trying to foster growth in basketball in Dominica. You also have a team, Detroit Blazers. How are you doing this dual role? Being the boss of basketball, the boss of your team, and now this particular arrangement here, this dual role of being a partner, a sponsor, an administrator, not even dual, possibly 3 or 4 different roles as a former basketball legend in Dominica. How does it feel, and how you see this particular tournament?
It feels good to be part of it. I must say. I mean, my passion is for basketball. To see it grow, to be able to maintain what we once built upon, and tournaments like these actually help foster that. It gives the exposure. It brings it to our shores. Typically, a tournament would have 1 or 2 teams representing us at best. This time, we get 3 teams, so you get to showcase more talent, and we get our people to see what level we are. In terms of our regional compatriots. So it's very important for the longevity of the sport. In terms of being part of DABA and Blazers, I'm still a functioning player of Blazers, and basketball is my passion. And every avenue I can contribute to be able to do so, I try to take advantage of it. From a DABA standpoint, we have a vision, which is to grow basketball, get it back to where it was, decentralized basketball. And if you look at the past 2 or 3 years, it has worked pretty well. This year, one of the finalists in the Premier Division is in far north. Last year, it was far south in the Pichler Falcons. We have no central team in the finals for the past 2 or 3 years. While basketball is being showcased centrally from a facility standpoint, we only have about 20% or 15% the last time I checked of the teams in the entire league being from Roseau. So I'm happy to say that we're making progress in that way. Obviously, tournaments like these are what we need to be able to have that carrot to dangle to players, something to aspire to, and we're just excited to be able to partner along with the organizers of the Creole basketball to get it started, and hoping that this is something we can build on moving forward.
Missing in basketball in the region is yearly, possibly biannually tournament. We used to have several tournaments, Rhode Island tournament, the OECS tournament, even the Caribbean Championship tournament. But we haven't seen these tournaments within the past years. How many years by chance that we had the last, let's say, regional, or let's say OECS Rhode Islands tournament? And then second part, how important is a tournament like this for our sport of basketball and then for Dominica?
It's almost 10 years since we've had a regional tournament in terms of basketball, Windward Islands or OECS. So again, it gives you the lack of that yardstick to have especially young players to measure themselves by. It also, and let's not forget, I mean, basketball and sport in general fosters these relationships and growth as individuals. So you lose out on that from a regional standpoint. In terms of tournaments like these, replacing them, I don't think they replace it because you have national teams competing, but what it does, it starts somewhere. It gives us the ability to be able to, 1, organize a regional tournament, which we know is not an easy feat. 2, it actually helps in having more numbers. So in terms of having 3 clubs participating in a tournament as opposed to having 12 national players, that kind of gives you more bandwidth when you come to select a national team. And furthermore, it fosters the development of that bond within the regional teams that are participating. So the Guadeloupes, the Antiguas, the St. Lucias, to go back, and now we can all start working towards the same vision of having that regional level of competition back to be able to continue to push the sport. Because like everything else, we're dealing with an amateur setting where players aspire to travel, aspire for a tour, aspire to have something to measure by. And those tournaments, you can't really replace them. As long as they're not there, we see the result in the level of basketball, and most importantly, the level of interest in the sport from the players.
Absolutely, that's Donny Robinson is the boss of basketball in Dominica, and also he's the major sponsor of the Blazers from Massac, the West Coast area, an integral part of the administrator, also a player. You heard from him, and for those who follow basketball for the last 20-25 years, a legend in the field of basketball in Dominica. Let's move across to the online and hook up with our friends from the other Caribbean islands. Let's say move across to Guadeloupe first. Tete, ça qu'a fait mon frère?
Sakay, koto.
Tout bagay ka marché ou ka gade comme si di ou plus jeune mon frère.
Toujours plus jeune.
Yes, c'est comment Guadaye, mon savant, anti-cyclone passé hier, mais comment tout biteye?
Ben là, tout bite bien. Bon, enfin, nous pas, non, franchement, éviter. Et nous n'y t'y bon, parce qu'on va attendre, puisque moi, Zahir,
Ouais,
là,
à attendre lui, hein?
voilà, on va attendre petit agvent là, mais petit agvent là, c'est pour justement pour ces chalets là, on va
Pas
voir.
de bon problème.
C'est tout bénéf, Laurent Jardin là.
Mais dis-nous,
Ça va.
dis Dominique, côté préparation ou même, c'est champion basketball ou une équipe qui est champion basketball à Guadeloupe. Dis-nous un peu côté équipe là et comment il est pour venir à Dominique préparation pour tournament, biter basketball, go biter championnat de Dominique.
Ben et franchement, créole championnat créole. Hein, Chips en Dominique, enfin, Express des îles, nous avons préparé nos pouilles parce que nous voulons remporter tournoi là, donc c'est pour ça nous ravine d'ailleurs. Et quand ça qui porté nous, ben c'est déjà en préparation pour propre championnat nous qui a démarré en octobre, septembre, enfin même septembre puisque nous n'y ces coupes là qui a démarré en septembre. Mais bon, intérêt là, hein, c'est caribéenne, hein, et c'est surtout aussi vinivray, Tibrin, gens à niveau à basket là, il est dans la Caraïbe. Et moi, je pense que c'est vraiment raison première là, hein, c'est d'échanger basket en nous, Guadeloupe, Martinique, peut-être Péké là, mais Sainte-Lucie, Dominique, Saint-Martin, Ciola.
Antigua.
C'est des vrais. Comment? Antigua aussi. Donc, on croit vrai, nous n'y vraiment une nation pour commencer, hein, en belle nation créole qui échangé niveau basket à eux. Et ça qui permet de nous, après, de justement progresser hein, par rapport à ça nous qui est vrai en l'entourant nous là, pendant ces 3 jours-là, et pousser nous à progresser hein, pour élever niveau là et puis échanger encore plus. On va penser qu'elle nous peut attendre 1 an au prochain tournoi là pour nous faire des échanges et puis que ce soit la Dominique ou autre. Mais c'est déjà un bon début pour nous en Guadeloupe. Parce que bon, GGB, certes, c'est un club de basket. Nous n'y en l'eau jeune. En l'eau, nous va tout à peu près à 300 jeunes, toutes catégories confondues. Donc pour nous, c'est déjà un bon bitin pour échanger, que ce soit à Dominique ou bien vers Sainte-Lucie, et de mettre nous ensemble, créer un lionnage, on va dire ça, on va dire à nous, créer un lionnage entre nous pour élever niveau à basket caribéen là.
Absolument. Et puis, en compétition comme ça, c'est sport, c'est basket. Comment on a réfléchi, vision pour une compétition comme ça, qu'a fait pour pays Caraïbes là, pour créer ces pays francophones là, ces pays antillais là, en compétition comme ça, comment on va passer ça qu'a passé?
Ouais, vous voulez dire ces pays créoles là?
Eh bien ouais, c'est créole, c'est
voilà.
on peuple, on sait le peuple.
Donc c'est ça. Donc c'est ça. Bon, qui j'en m'en raconté ça, m'a déjà trouvé que c'est un super bon bitin pour nous un créole, hein, parce que bon, ça a créé un départ, on va dire pour nous peut jouer, pour nous peut confronter nous déjà confronter nous, et sans te dit tout à l'heure, c'est élever niveau à basket en nous, hein, chacun, hein, que ce soit Dominique, que ce soit Antique, que ce soit Sainte-Lucie, c'est faire des rencontres comme ça pour nous élever niveau à basket en nous. Et après, par la suite, hein, aller montrer expérience en nous et aller développer aussi, prendre ça à droite et à gauche, et pour nous aider nous entre nous. Bon, moi, en radio, franchement, c'est sont très très bonnes choses à discuter longuement avec Marvin, hein, concernant ça. Et au niveau club en moi, ça va permettre moi aussi de mettre en place certaines choses. Quitte à faire venir des intervenants, que ce soit Dominique Sainte-Lucie, hein. Là, nous, en Lyonnais, j'avais Dominique, mais c'est de mettre en place, justement, parce qu'on a des difficultés là, nous n'avons qu'à parler en anglais. Donc, difficulté là, voilà, difficulté là aussi, que bon, moi, en pas tenir chance là, ça, peut-être là, t'es plus jeune, on va avoir des, faire des bitins avec la Dominique, avec cette Lucie et tout ça. Mais moi, je voulais porter ça, on va voir bah, ces jeunes-là qui ont un club en moins actuellement, c'est-à-dire faire des entraînements en anglais. On va voir nous parler de ça, là, on va venir en Guadeloupe là récemment,
Ouais.
avec l'Amérie à
La
Ville là.
mairie à
Donc,
Gosier, ouais.
voilà, donc c'est en mise en place de tout ça, on va voir qui permet peut-être aussi faciliter échange là entre Dominique, Sainte-Lucie, Antigua et tout ça. Donc ces jeunes-là, si nous mettons déjà dans ça, il y a un mec qui basketball, puisque on peut parler de basketball et autre chose, hein, parce que sûrement qu'il y a un côté culturel, parce que nous ne pouvons pas faire sport seulement, hein, entre nous, forcément nous pouvons véhiculer un côté culturel en nous, qui est propre en nous à chacun, et continuer avec ces petits là ces plus jeunes là, dans anglais là, créole là, sport et culture. Moi, c'est comme ça en travail.
Absolument, ça va faire nous plaisir là, donc attendez-vous.
Yes.
Et puis, donc,
Mm.
il prend à nous là où vide, mon frère. Donc, il parle tout de suite là.
Il parle loin là, il parle loin, le 22 parle loin.
La Guadeloupe, la Martinique, la
Oui.
Sainte-Lucie, Antigua, c'est la
Mais
même
non, mais
quoi. C'est Afrique qui est aussi dans nous.
c'est tout à fait ça. Nous sommes même côté là, hein. C'est qu'il y a
Ah,
déposé nous plusieurs côtés, mais nous sommes même côté là.
même, absolument. Donc, il jambé hors de
Ouais.
la Guadeloupe pour Sainte-Lucie.
Yeah.
Good morning, Sainte-Lucia.
Hey, good morning, all.
Okay. Yes, sir. Say special welcome,
Bonjour.
Linzel Alcy, the vice captain of the Soufriere Kings, the St. Lucia champions. How are things in the Helen of the West, St. Lucia,
Doing
sister
good.
island?
Great. I mean, winning the tournament this year has been a true testament to our hard work and dedication. I must say we really persevered and we really got it done this year. We're still in celebratory mode. After winning our gold medal with Julian Alfred and all of this going on, celebrations in basketball, in sports and everything. I mean, it's going great on the island.
Absolutely. And then from all of us in Dominica, we were really excited when we saw the fastest woman alive is from our sister island, St. Lucia. We had champagne and we had because we had, on the same day, we created history. The Creole, the Francophone countries made history. The Francophone aspect of the Caribbean made history. Our ace triple jumper got gold, and St. Lucia got gold. Just let's say an hour from each other. And I mean, what a moment it was. But let's get back to the basketball. How are preparations for your team coming along? And how important is a championship like this, participating in a championship like this for St. Lucia?
Oh, well, in preparation for this tournament, we really focused on a lot of things. Physical conditioning is something that we really strive on because the game is really fast paced and it's up and down, up and down. We also focus on our basics, getting ourselves ready, conditioning, hydration, rest and recovery. These are key areas. We focus a lot on our conditioning. This is something that we really focused on, and also our scrimmages. We go hard at it. Hard work pays off, and I must say we are really looking forward to this competition. I mean, it is something like the president said, it hasn't happened in a long time, and I must say we're really happy to get this opportunity to be part of this tournament, this Creole tournament. This is amazing. I really take kudos and hats off to you, to the organizers, the investors, everybody who's making this happen. And the opportunity, we welcome it, and we're looking I don't know about the other teams. We coming really hard. We coming really strong. I'm just saying that.
Nou ka pale ti krel? Zaka vini
Oui,
pou
oui,
championship?
oui, on parle.
Ebe ba di bon problem. Zaka prepare ko so pou desan pou pon tout bagay.
Oui. Tout bagay kwa mwen, wasa mwen.
Dis-nous un peu quoi ta composition équipe, a little composition of your team and your aspirations.
Oui, la team nous ka aspire pour gagner.
Ouais.
C'est aussi développer c'est mon les team noir.
Ouais.
C'est différentes positions. Nous also nous ka as a ambassador team nous pour cette ici.
Absolument.
Nous ka garder pour inspire ces youth là because nous n'avons ti clubs avec grassroots programme qu'a fait les island là à présent. So nous ka regarder pour faire très bien tournament là avec really sort d'or avec un banc.
Pas de problème, nous allons aller tout à l'heure encore. Mais nous allons aller à présent pour Wadadli Antigua. Antigua, are you in the building?
Hello, good morning. How are you guys doing?
Good morning, Byron Andrew, the president and team manager of the Wadadli Elite Stingers. How are you? And by the way, we understood from our end that this inclement weather was heading in your direction. How is Antigua as we speak?
We're fine. It just threw a little rain at us and just some gusty winds, but nothing serious.
Oh, absolutely.
So
how was the carnival season?
Thank God for that.
How was the carnival?
Sorry?
You know, you just had your carnival. How was that?
I think it was good for those who participate in it. I was on the basketball court with my youngsters.
Yes. And that says a lot in terms of preparation for this tournament.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us give us a little biography of your team, your composition, and even how you think your chances are in this particular competition.
Okay, so my by the way, congratulations to Dominica and St. Lucia on the Olympic that passed there.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
In terms of achieving gold medals. We congratulate you guys. We are proud of what the accomplishment has been, and I know it's years of hard work when you can get an athlete to that level. In so saying, the same thing goes for basketball. It takes a lot to get and produce elite players. For me, I deal with young people. I deal with young people basketball, not old people basketball. So the composition of my team coming down there, they're going to be young. I think the youngest player might be about 17 years old. The oldest player might be 23 years old. All right. So for me, it's more of an exposure. And now me tell these young kids, winning takes care of itself. You do the right thing, you practice, you train hard, you have your mind set on a particular goal. Winning takes care of itself. All right. Mm-hmm. So we're coming down there to make a good representation of what we do here in Antigua. We're gonna have some special players coming through. So I want to see them show the public come out to get a glimpse of some of these players because they mightn't be around here for too long. Quite a few of my players went back up to university. Wow. So unfortunately, you guys won't be able to see those players. But those that are coming up will be probably looking to go off pretty soon. So preparation has been going well. I was also preparing for a tournament. I'm taking my under 15 team to BVI tomorrow. So it's a twofold preparation for BVI tomorrow and for Dominica in the following week. So we're ready and we're looking forward for this trip, especially for me. The first time I'll be coming to Dominica, which is amazing. I've been all over the Caribbean except Dominica. So I'm looking forward for this trip.
We will be privileged to really house you because Antigua Dominica have a special relationship. You have been so close to us.
Very special.
Yes, very special. If in case they were supposed to have a marriage between the islands of the Caribbean, we would have a fight between St. Lucia and Antigua to get beautiful Dominica.
Yes,
Let's
yes,
get back
yes,
to,
yes.
tell us a little about your grassroots program. Tell us a little about the development program,
Yeah,
getting
what that did, yeah,
the younger people interested in the sport, in sports
yeah.
tourism for Antigua, and bringing them up to the
Ye-
level where they can compete.
Yeah, what that did, as I said, we've been doing this about 12 years now. We normally start off these kids at 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 years old.
Wow.
We develop them. It's more than basketball, it's a mentorship program. So normally I like to tell people, even at the end of it, you're not a great player, you're going to be a great man or
Yeah.
great woman. Because we encourage high academic excellency. We've had some of the top students in the Caribbean from our club. We've seen our kids gone off to university academically, have graduated, now has come back to pick up big positions within the country and even working outside of Antigua. So we're very proud of that. The basketball, for those who have the talent to play basketball, we do have quite a few players. We have almost close to 20 players playing in the high school and college level in the USA. We have 2 professional players now playing in Spain. We have 2 young men from playing in Spain in academies in Spain. You're going to see those 2 young men. They'll be part of the team coming down there. So we've been able to make our mark by having tentacles out all across the world. So our talent has gone out. People are now looking to us for talent. So it's not an accident. Sometimes people will reach out to me. Hey, I'm looking for a point guard or looking for a big man, and I will send videos of them, and then they will see what kind of offer they can have. So this is where we are, and we've been very successful in doing that over the last few years, and I'm very happy to be reaching out to my Caribbean brothers because, again, to me, Dominica, Antigua, St. Lucia, St. Kitts, we all one. So where we can fulfill certain needs, if we see players from Dominica or St. Lucia, wherever, that can fulfill a certain need, we will send that opportunity to you guys. So I'm glad for this basketball festival where now we can meet each other. We can rub shoulders with each other. We can network with each other because, again, we can't always depend on the CBC and FIBA to do our thing. Let them jump on our bandwagon. Let them see that we're doing something for basketball in the region, and they can come and join us and make this thing big and better because it's time for us now to get back to the OECS every year, every 2 years. It's time for us to keep having CBC and all these regional tournaments so that we can highlight our youth ability. So that's what I'm looking forward to mostly.
Absolutely, and I'm really excited about what I'm hearing today, and I'm almost sure the Dominica counterparts are as happy as I am because it's our hope that we are so closely knit politically, geographically, and to use sports as that vehicle, to use sports and culture as that vehicle where we can come together. We have seen bands from Dominica playing in Wadadley. We have been seeing the Burning Flames coming down here playing in our carnival. And look, now we're taking it on a different level to bring that camaraderie where, we can come together and celebrate in sports, within sports, having that whole cultural and sporting environment enclosed and rubbing shoulders with each other. Let's hope we can really forge and network and really get this not only as a tournament, but even beyond. We can see programs continuing in the various islands. We can share information, and let's hope that we can really take this thing to a different level. But let's see if we can go back across the Guada. Hey, Marvin, est-ce que vous la faites?
Oui, moi là, bien bonjour tout le
On
monde.
attend tout bitin, on attend tous ces bons bagailles. Comment on a senti, frère? C'est semaine prochaine qui go compétition là. Comment on a senti?
Eh ben, en très fier et très, très heureux de tendre ça tout le monde dit jusqu'à présent. Tout le monde là qui a vibré dans toute dimension à Creole Basketball Championship là. C'est tout bité en bas qui a concerné coopération, c'est tout bité qui a concerné développement jeunesse à Caraïbes là. Bah, y a une plateforme pour montrer talent à yo. Donc, il y a une vraie dynamique à développement dans tout ça nous attend. Et tout le monde est excité de participer à la compétition là, ça. Mais nous avons bien comprendre que ça plus grand qu'un tournoi basketball et que c'est une unité à des nations créoles Antigua, Guadeloupe, Sainte-Lucie, Dominica, d'autres encore, Jacques a demandé nous rentrer en disant, eh bien, si porte la grand ouvert, c'est tant nous pas mais c'est un commencement. Et bien, on très fier vraiment d'entendre tout ça que j'ai dit jusqu'à présent, tout ça nous a fait, et on a dit tout le monde un grand merci pour ça.
Ok, nous allons mélanger, on peut des créoles, on peut des anglais ensemble, parce que
Yes.
This brainchild, you know, you forged relationships with Maggie, Jerry, and now we are seeing the embryonic stage of something that can be huge, not only for Dominica, but for the islands in the region, and possibly can be opened and extended to the entire Creole world. We heard from a Nigerian student last weekend, but now we are just the countdown, just days towards that championship. We are hearing the excitement, the exuberance. We are hearing of the preparations of the various teams. You, as one of the major organizers, how you really feel about this? We are just countdown, and we're going to really make a special appeal to Dominica to brace and to get ready for this tournament next week.
Definitely. We are very proud, and we have to thank God for everything, because what we started from day one, we knew that it was bigger than us. And one of the ingredients for growth and for success of this tournament is partnership. You know, partnership is we need to develop that level, the culture of partnership. And this is what we started between Dominica with the ABA, represented by Mr. Robinson. We have the partnership with the Guadeloupe Regional League as well, because it's part of history on our side, while the French National Federation authorized us to open the doors of the Caribbean, you know, for Guadeloupean team to be able to compete officially in the Caribbean. So this is already huge. And now we have the Martinique Regional League as well that want to be part, they endorsing this tournament, although the champion won't be able to make it for this first edition, but they're already in, so we can count on them. Now I'm very delighted to and excited to meet also key stakeholders of the league in St. Lucia and also in Antigua. What Mr. Andrew said is extremely powerful. They already has a kind of dynamic that we would like to copy, to develop, to learn from, and this is what that's one of the pillar of the Creole Basketball Championship, you know. And I'm very excited. It's about in a week from now, and everybody's excited. So what can you say? Thank you to everybody.
Absolutely. Maggie, just a countdown. We know that you have been very instrumental with several of the young athletes in Dominica, not only basketball, but just recently you were instrumental in getting a few of our youth into universities in the U.S. But when you look at the whole legacy of this and how far this can actually mentor our young sportsmen and even get them to sway away from the ills of society, including drugs, and get something to look forward to. What are some of your dreams and aspirations of the legacy of this particular tournament?
Yeah, well, like Marvin and also Byron say, is one of the key pillars is that opportunity for athletes to get to showcase themselves and to get opportunities out there, to understand that not because you in Liquor Dominica that you cannot reach out there, and so this tournament it presents a platform, is the stage where they come to to showcase themselves. And France, once you Guada involved, France is right there. You Guada, you're in France already. And now with Byron and what are the elite program that they have, which we also have an elite program here. That connection is very important. So boom, you have players in Spain. He comes here with his team and he sees our guys perform. Like you say, if they're looking for somebody they don't have, and we have that we fit that. So we have guys like Shama Felicity from the Eagles. We have Jacob Barry. We have we have a lot of players. We have Thomas Felix and these guys that I cannot wait to see take the stage to battle against the foreign opponents, because playing against one another is one thing, but when to see them battle against, to show how legit they are, that they can stand up toe to toe with athletes that are on their level, but they don't know them, so that it intrigues the mind, and that will give them the opportunity now to see to showcase themselves and to get through that door now, that window of opportunity. Man like MVP Kiwan Thomas, I want to forget him as well. These are guys that, I feel for them, that they put in the performance, they put in the work, and they feel like, they're getting the opportunity to represent the country. Well, this is it right there, This is for them. This is the opportunity.
What about the public and the private sector? And I know you have been getting support from, let's say, the sports division and also the Ministry of Tourism. But what about the Dominican public? I know you have several, as a matter of fact, there's a theme every night. You're looking for artists to make contributions, and you're also looking at the private sector. The common board still have some time.
Yes.
What do you want to say to them?
Yes, I really want to say to them that I know how it is in the place, things tough and in the economy. Where finance is sponsored, but it doesn't only have to be funds, the services is very important, so especially the artists, and then we want to make this a grand experience. So the artists and them, Issa and the rest of the crew, you always say, Maggie, good vibes you're doing, just come and give us a little 10 minutes, a little 5 minutes, one track, just to be a part of this, making this grand. The DJs, we already have DJ Shan from Q95 when we was on board. He say yes, he will come and give us Saturday, he'll give us his service. And this is what we're looking for. We do have a big budget, to say, well,
yeah, we have DJ Yellow, Hello Boy on the other side.
Yes, of course,
Hello Boy, are you confirming you'll be on for the basketball championship?
You man. Just give us a little strength, give us a little support. It's all it takes is just, and you will regret it, because you'll come there and you'll enjoy the whole experience yourself. Not only you come to give experience, but you come to get experience. It's a give and take and a win-win situation, so we're asking, everybody to come on, the guys, the people with the big screens in town, to help us by helping us to promote with our flyer out there on the big screens, and there's different services, you can give some refreshments, to Apito water, to Apito Creole. Let's go, we're following up. You want to follow up and hope to get some more support, just want to give out my number for if anybody want to give support, 316-5279. Reach out, and anyway, anything, a little performance you want to give, like a belly, like a cordial, like a sing a song, something, come and give us a little. Come and be part of the experience.
Absolutely, and we'll get back to you in a while. Maggie, we are very happy the kind of work that you've been doing, and I really want to congratulate you on what you have been doing for the youth, the young people in Dominica, really, embracing them, taking them sometimes on your own resources, on your own time, and really getting them to a different level. Donnie, I've been hearing from our counterparts from the region. You have been hearing quite a bit of even their own structure and in terms of from the grassroots up to their level and getting prepared. How do you see that enhancing the sport of basketball in Dominica, first of all, and encouraging, because we must remember the young, let's say the adolescent. You heard from, I think, our Antigua friend, that they are taking them from 9. From the whole nursery area, and really developing them to what are some of your thoughts in terms of a development program and seeing this particular Antigua-Dudley young team, the French, because the French also have a structure. We'll get to Tete in a while to tell us about that. You're looking at something big, and where does that place basketball in your mind if we can achieve some of those goals?
Well, yes, we realize the challenge, especially with the level of basketball in particular, in high schools in particular. So that has gone down a bit. And what we are trying to do, and what has been part of our strategic plan, a 5-year strategic plan that we launched about 2 years ago, is a club structure. And we you have clubs like Maggie Club, 767, you have the Blazers, you have the Eagles, you have the Falcons. And I call these 4 because these are the top 4 teams in Dominica. These are the only clubs that are represented in both divisions. And you can see they are the elite clubs and elite teams. So it works. There's a lot of work that has been done into it to be able to spread that across the basketball playing teams. And one of the things we try to do is next season we have it set that to be a premier team you have to be registered as a club. Yeah. Therefore, you will be forced to have that development. You'll be required to have a female team, a junior team, so you can have something to feed that channel with. Today, unfortunately, before it was done by the schools, and the structure has kind of, with the universal education and so etc., that has kind of sports in general has kind of lose that focus in especially in high schools. So the place that we figure that we can influence from a DABA standpoint is from the club structure, enforcing it, making it mandatory, and then starting to work along with the clubs to provide the support, to provide the training to coaches, to provide the officiates, to officials, to provide mini tournaments that allow the youth to foster that development. And with tournaments like these, getting the contacts from Antiguas and the Guadelupes, therefore you can foster that tournament type of competition at early stages. I mean, I'm fascinated by the fact that Antigua can go to an under 15 tournament.
Yeah.
Things like that. So you can have the young players aspire to something very early and then elevate the level of play. And with that will come the interest growth. And all this campaign that we want to do for things like the private sector. These are the things that infuse the private sector. When they see that there is a machine, there is a mechanism, there's a process that they can now be part of, that they can obviously get the mileage from. Because it's one thing to sponsor a game, and there's another thing to sponsor a process. And I'm one of those business people that believe in sponsoring a process. An event is very temporary and short term. That's why Blazers Sports Club has been around for so long. And without tooting our own horn, we're the only club that have been present in every final this year. Blazers had a team, including the female. It's not by accident. And I think it can be done. We as DABA, we're very passionate about getting it done. And I'm just excited to see things like Creole basketball having partners on board that have already gone down that road that we can most likely learn something from and build that true word that Marvin used, the partnership. It's very critical. And he'll know that DAB has been preaching that for a long time. Partnership is very, very critical. There's no man is an island. And certainly in amateur sports, we need all the contributors that we can get. And I think Creole basketball is a good example.
Absolutely. And one of the things I also hope that would come out from that particular championship. By the way, I'm Prince Wadix, cultural ambassador, and I endorse this championship 550% because I believe it is something good for Dominica and good for the Creole countries. We're going to go to Tete in a while. Tete, moi te à Guadeloupe, moi vois comment tout bite ka marcher, moi vois pile enfants. 10 enfants même ka célébrer parce que zoni yon qui nous côté manière là zoka chebe c'est ti mamay là c'est ti moun là et puis zoka ba yo bon conseil pas seulement à sous basket mais à sous vie même parce que moi ouais tout qualité différent ti moun 5 ans 6 ans 10 ans ka jouer basket et puis yo ka arriver à un certain niveau et puis dis-nous quoi ça à Guadeloupe.
Quand tu dis pour ça, bon, vous savez, c'est déjà au niveau encadrement là. D'accord? Parce que, bon, et encadrement et aussi fidéliser ces timouns-là. C'est-à-dire pour prendre les très jeunes et ils ont monté en catégorie au fur et à mesure. Ce qui fait que ils ont notre mode de vie. C'est-à-dire, quand on dit, on va mettre à dans l'association, il peut que ni même machin là qui là, ni 4-5 ans. Ouais? Donc, c'est là, ni 4-5 ans là déjà qu'encadré pour météo, par exemple, on passe à pas en question de niveau basket, hein, mais la vie de tous les jours et comportement surtout. Parce que c'est ça qu'on a fait comme allusion là tout à l'heure là, c'est-à-dire qui j'en nous a fait. Parce que dans le cas de ça tout à l'heure, nous avons approché les 300. Nous n'y avons l'autre catégorie parce qu'on participe aussi à récompense à résultat à saison là. Nous prend pratiquement tout ça a été mis à prendre en Guadeloupe. Hein. Au niveau jeune, hein, nous ni des équipes même qui pas perdent un match pendant saison là, c'est surtout au niveau des U13. On a des filles par exemple en U18 pareil qui pas perdent un match, qui sorti champion et nous ni équipe 2 catégories seulement qui pas sorti champion et qui pas remporté en coupe à la Guadeloupe. Donc ça c'est un bon année pour nous mais c'est par rapport au travail que nous a fait ni longtemps travail là ça ni longtemps même nous a fait travail là avec en équipe qui est assez soudé, donc forcément, résultat là, obligé être au bout et ces timoun là, ils ont bien un club là. Et c'est pour ça on voit Tétini en l'autre timoun. Parce que bon, nous avons essayé être avec eux tout le temps, animation. Genre, nous pas rester seulement au niveau basket, hein, mais au sorti digital, là, c'est tout un tas de choses qui permettent en association de garder ces petits là et puis on fait basket et faire autre chose. Et après, parti, aille d'autre côté, poursuivre, rêve à eux, quoi. Voilà.
Absolument, ça a fait nous plaisir là
Ouais.
parce que different
Mm.
category. I mean, what he said, there were several categories, and I myself saw the whole celebration. I mean, to see young girls in
Mm.
Dominica that would possibly prefer to see war, a part of a basketball structure, and playing against each other because there are competitions for those young girls, and they won. I mean, several virtual children, and then they are taking them from that particular level and bringing them up to the senior team, and like you said, several different categories they won, and mainly because of a lot of work into training, into making sure. Let's head across to St. Lucia again in terms of your grassroots program and the development of the basketball in St. Lucia itself. Tell us a little about that. I'll see.
Yes. Well, on island, like I said, we have many different grassroots programs going on. In the north, they have the majority. On the west coast, that's where Sufra is. We have our different. We have two, say, dominant clubs really participating and really ensuring that the kids get that level of attention. I mean, one of the coaches were alluding to, you find that you are not just teaching them basketball, you're teaching them discipline and all those various aspects that they will be using in life. So after basketball, it is something that's ongoing. There's comes happening right now in the summer. There is 3, I think, ongoing right now. 2 in the north and 1 in the south, in the west. Sorry, that's with us. So yeah, this development is really something that we are looking forward for the continuity of basketball in St. Lucia, because I think our counterpart from Guadeloupe was saying, the level of basketball at the school level, it went down, and then we need to elevate this. We need to take it up a notch. So we're starting from young, and then we really need to bring it up.
Okay, and as we wind down, because we are just on the countdown, because we have to head across toward Atlantica, and tell us, I mean, you're hype, you're ready, you're getting set.
Yeah,
we're going to
we're
take
ready.
it to.
For
Eh ben,
sure,
dis-nous,
for sure.
nous ça dit en
We're
anglais,
ready.
nous ça dit en créole. Dis ce peuple là comment vous préparez, mon frère.
We ready.
Ah,
Listen.
we ready. St. Lucia is ready, and we are also ready to embrace our hailing of the West. And like I said, it is excitement time for us. It is celebration time, gold medal time, Creole time, basketball time,
for
the
sure.
cafete. So we want to really, we are waiting for you. I want to head across to Wadadli and Tiga. Byron, tell us your final words, and really, are you going to head back to the Sir Vivian Richards? By the way, we saw Vivian Richards congratulating the gold medalist of Dominica, and by the way, Sir Vivian Alexander Isaac Richards, one of my idols, congratulating our golden winners, and it was so much of a privilege to see that. But tell us, Byron, are you getting set to grab that championship?
We're not coming to participate. That's all I have to say. We're not coming to participate. We're coming to put our best foot forward. Again, we have a group of young guys who has been playing together for many years. So you can't take them for granted. We were anxious to see what the talent level also in the other islands. To be honest, I would prefer to be a spectator rather than being on the sideline. Because I do some recruiting also. That's one of the things. But my coach right now, my head coach right now, is stuck in the USA. So I'm hoping he gets down before we leave for Dominica. So that's what I'm hoping and praying for. But we are looking forward for this trip. I say with excitement. A lot of these guys has not traveled for quite some time to outside competition. I think the last time some of them did a competition like this was when I took them to New York a few years ago.
Wow.
So we're looking forward for this opportunity to showcase our talent in Dominica and to see what the other parts of the region, the St. Lucia, the Guadeloupe, the Martinique, all those different clubs from Dominica, what they have to offer. So great meeting you guys and talking to you guys, and I'm looking forward to meeting you guys in the next week or so.
Thank you very much, my brother, and let's hope that we can continue that camaraderie and that Creole celebration. Nukeweno, we will see each other sometime next week. Marvin, final words from you before we head to Maggie and Dunstan for Donny for the final words. Final words from you, Marvin. Marvin, est-ce que vous là, Marvin?
Oui, moi là.
On va quitter là parce que nous avons d'autres émissions là qui sont passées tout à l'heure là.
Yes, of course, I will speak as the captain of GGB Gangouzier basketball. We are very proud to represent Guadeloupe to this competition. As I said, it's the first time for us. For decades, we have been praying that we get this opportunity. So we are very proud to represent Guadeloupe to this Creole Basketball Championship. My team is ready to compete, ready to win. You have an advantage. It's a perfect preseason tournament for us. You know, I know Donny is smiling. He's already in the final for the ABA, so he's at the top of his shape. But that will rise the level of competition, and we are ready to battle. And all we want is to win.
Donny, thank you very much, by the way, Marvin. Donny, it's just a countdown to this major championship, and the excitement is already bubbling. And I mean, I can imagine you yourself excited as the boss of basketball, seeing something unique and different, indigenous is en route taking place. And I know you want to appeal to the entire nation on the heels of our recent celebration to really come down to the Massac indoor facility next weekend.
Oh yeah, I really, really call on the general public to come and support. We have to start somewhere, and I think Creole basketball is a perfect start to really showcase where basketball is heading. We've hadn't had basketball at this level for a few years before last season. I think it's a perfect time. It's the end of our season. This week is our finals of our National League, and both teams that are in the finals will be participating in the Creole Basketball Championships. Want to touch base and say thanks again to Express the Zeal. It's a good opportunity to showcase and get some mileage to them. But more importantly, I think for basketball and Dominica basketball, we've been lacking something for a long time, which is some exposure. It's the opportunity for school is out. Let the young people need to come out. Let the families come out. The indoor facilities, our first big tournament. Let us take advantage of it. And we know that the three teams that are representing us are all looking forward to this. As I said, two of us are in the finals. So we are not limping into this tournament. We are not participating just for show. I can guarantee you have guys like Q-Box that's not in the finals or reigning MVP that have points to prove there. So Falcons are going to come out. The Eagles are not going to lay dead. And certainly Blazers playing at home in the true mecca where basketball is now in Massac, we'll be ready to put on a good show. So all I can ask for, guys, is to come out, the general public, get the private sector on board, get everybody in it. It's actually bigger basketball and better basketball than we've seen in a long time. So let's take advantage of it. Let us really represent and put on a tournament to remember and set the foundation of something big. So I'm really grateful to be part of it, and I cannot wait to get to hear Marvin 2 weeks from now.
Thank you very much. Final words are yours, just 60 seconds.
Yeah, man.
Maggie, I'll also give them the price, days again.
Yes, just want to touch on the youth quick that we'll also, on Friday and Saturday morning, the youth will be invited to camp. So the coaches that are coming will, do some camps with the youths, and then we'll give the time and stuff like that, And also tonight, the final starts, so you can come and check out Donny and the Blazers against the Eagles, and then you have the first division finals from 7 o'clock and 9 o'clock in Massac. So tonight they'll come out and check it out, so you can have a glimpse of what's to come. You know what I mean? And you can also get your season tickets at the venue. The price, can't remember the top of my head, but it's not much.
The price for the championship is $10 for children.
Yes.
And $20. $10 for children. $20 for adults.
Yeah,
and if you want the season tickets, it's $30 for children and $60 for adults.
Yes.
22nd, 25th,
Yeah.
Massacre Indoor Basketball
You know
Court,
already.
Kai Frappe.
You know
Okay,
already.
Missy, madame,
Fire.
we gotta go. Jacques Onet, Missy.
Yes,
DJ
sir.
Halaboy steps up next on your nation station, DBS Radio. Until next week, Prince Wadix, may God bless you and may God bless Dominica Basketball and Dominica Ikwazi.